All right, guys, this is the Better by the Numbers podcast presented by Life Metrics. We're here at the third annual Roundtable of Longevity Clinics. Sir, introduce yourself, the company you work for, and what you guys are doing in the longevity space.
Yeah, sure. So my name's Will Perry. I'm the marketing lead for Molecular U. Molecular U is a blood test, but we specialize in protein and metabolite blood plasma biomarkers. So we measure these markers and we map them to biological pathways, and we look at those overall performance of the biological pathways, and we can map that to say what your route is for getting certain diseases like Alzheimer's, like cancer, like diabetes. But because of the markers we measure, it's really at those early stages of the disease state. So you can then use lifestyle factors like diet, like exercise, like supplements to reverse your trend and keep you healthy, keep you off medications. So our blood test is all about detecting disease risks early and keeping you off medication, essentially.
Right. So how early would you say do you need to start getting into this to prevent it?
It's a great question. We haven't actually quantified it, but from a physiological perspective, it's typically before you start showing any symptoms. So one of our best case studies was that we had a lady, she was in her early 60s, and she was feeling absolutely fine. But she was transitioning towards a state of stage 1 pancreatic cancer without even realizing, no symptoms whatsoever. So she tested with us for 4 years. By the 4th year, her biomarkers were out of range, and we recommended to a physician that she ordered some imaging, and the imaging confirmed that she had 3 little cuts on the bottom of her pancreas. The biopsy confirmed they were cancerous, and they had them removed, and her biomarkers went completely back to normal after a year and a half.
That's amazing.
So we don't really quantify the number of years we could detect it.
Right.
We're not a diagnostic tool. I think that's another thing to mention. So we can just tell you have a risk for a disease. We let the diagnostic markers that are available in blood panels or through imaging to kind of confirm the disease. We just tell you if there's a risk for the earlier stages.
Nice. Okay, you said you're also involved in the marketing of it?
I am indeed.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. How are you positioning yourself in the space, I guess? But what are the marketing tools that you're using to, get outreach?
Specifically for outreach, when we come to conferences like this is really good for interacting with physicians, and physicians is our probably primary vertical, but we have other verticals directly to consumer. And actually our third vertical, which is pretty new now in this health optimization space, is actually to functional gyms.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So gyms are becoming places where you can really collect blood and get your fitness biomarkers assessed. And functional gyms are using our tool to help optimize people's performance in the gym, but also their recovery as well from the gym.
Wow.
So we can look at that using the exact same markers that we use for diseases as well. So we've got 3 different verticals. So the outreach to each of those channels is pretty different, but conferences is definitely one of them. We are using AI scraping tools as well to kind of speak to them and getting them into some marketing lists. And then also just through generic social media and SEO, blog development, things like that, just generate awareness.
Just curious, where are y'all on social media?
You can find us on Molecular U on LinkedIn and on Instagram. Nice. There's our 2 mainly ones. We're not that adventurous.
Gotcha.
Just yet. It's just me at the moment.
I did want to touch on, you said you're in gyms. How many gyms have adopted this program so far?
Yeah. So we piloted with 2. One in Oregon and the other one escapes me. But we've done about 12 collections of gym members so far, which have been really encouraging. So we're actually looking to scale with our functional gym providers. So they are actually all across the world, but we're looking to sign up 5 more gyms in the next couple of months.
Wow. Yeah. You're one of the first people to talk about, because I'm hearing so much in the longevity space and where they're trying to go. You're one of the first ones to talk about getting people involved immediately. People at the gym obviously care about their health, care about their lifestyle. That's perfect, but you don't see that as a place where you can get diagnostics or anything. You don't go to the gym and go, hey, I'm also going to go run my blood cell work or whatever. I'm not going to go get tested when I go to the gym. But that's actually genius. I love that. So.
Yeah, I mean, we're actually seeing a lot of these gym owners similar to a provider in a sense that they're seeing their gym members daily for months, and they've actually got this really strong connection with their members. Physicians sometimes get to see their patient once every 6 months. So it's a very different disconnect. And you know, they have provide, you know, some nutritional services for themselves, or they can provide other services there to drive value to their gym members as well. So for us, we see it as a really exciting opportunity to scale health optimization. A lot of people that are in the longevity space already, they are pretty healthy because they look after themselves. They're interested in the space. So the fitness markers help almost just to drive that extra 1 to 5% just to really get them optimized. And because we have lots of biomarkers that a lot of people haven't even heard of, practitioners say you need some sort of biochemistry degree to interpret our report, they can really nerd out on those biomarkers and learn more about themselves. It's all about that health insights.
Is this your first time at Roundtable?
It is, yeah. Okay. The 9th conference, I think, of the year. Okay. But the first time here.
Okay. And I guess, what are your major takeaways so far that you've learned here while being here?
Yeah, it's super exciting to see the amalgamation of all of the different data points that we provide. You know, you've got your genetics, you got your pre-diagnostics, you got your diagnostics, you got your imaging. That's the longevity stack that a lot of physicians are using. So bringing all of that data together to provide that really personalized insights, for me, that's what I think is really exciting and where the industry is going.
Nice. Okay. Yeah. So are you going to be back for the 4th?
I'd like to think so. Yeah, they have us back. We got to do some blood collections this morning, so we had about 25 people come get their molecular blood test results. So that's really good, and we'd love to do that again next year.
Nice. And as a marketer yourself, what are you seeing being kind of a damper in the messaging of the longevity space right now? Like, what could we change to get this more into the mainstream? I mean, it is growing, but it is not fully mainstream yet. Not everybody knows this exists.
It's really hard, I guess, because in one way, we're wanting people to take control of their own health by educating themselves, but that then leads to a lot of unregulated conversations that they're having out there. I think what we want to do at Molecular U is always make sure that your provider is informed and is a decision maker within the role of your health. We're seeing a lot of the consumer brands trying to remove the provider from your health decisions, and that's not something that we want to do. We always want to make sure that your provider is the sort of epicenter of your health decisions in a way.
So still involved, definitely.
Still involved. So yeah, I think that's the one thing that's slightly concerning about maybe the way that where our industry is going, giving maybe too much free rein to the consumer.
Gotcha. Yeah,
it's a bit controversial, but I think that's something to be mindful of. But then also the challenge is keeping the providers updated with all of the latest scientific literature that's coming through. You know, every single year we're having to update our platform with the latest scientific biomarkers that are showing about predictors of disease. This is changing all the time. So we're actually having to spend a lot of time educating the providers on what these new biomarkers are.
Wow.
So that they can stay up to date as well. So it's like an educational role as well.
So you're having to inform them on keeping up to date.
Exactly.
That's wow, that's crazy as well. And they're the professionals. You know, that's crazy.
Far more than I am.
Right.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right. Well, thank you for joining us, man. Where can we find you specifically, I guess? Do you have LinkedIn and social media?
Yeah, follow me, William Perry, Molecular U. And yeah, we're mainly pretty active on LinkedIn and on Instagram.
Nice. All right.
Nice.
Well, thank you for joining us on another episode of Better by the Numbers podcast, presented by Life Metrics. We'll catch you on the next one. Thank you.
Cool.